Over the last few years, there have been questions raised as to whether Archie Mountbatten-Windsor was really born at Portland Hospital in London. There have been a lot of inconsistencies regarding his birth, including comments made specifically from his father Prince Harry. Now, we're just going to ignore the surrogacy thing, but we do need to ask where Archie was born, the hospital or at home. It was said at the time that Meghan had a home birth, but it appears that fell through as the birth certificate says Portland Hospital. They then announced that they were leaving the hospital just 1 hour after giving birth. All of these are valid points illustrating that something is off about their story, but for me the details about the two doctors, who supposedly delivered the two children, are the biggest red flags of all. Recently, the obstetrician in London, who they say delivered Archie, denied being there. She was out of town the day he was supposed to have been born, and the doctor who supposedly delivered Lily suddenly closed the practice down. Just totally weird. This, more than anything, makes me think something is fishy about both pregnancies and births. The doctor also denied Meghan's claims about her delivery process. Meghan said that she had an epidural, then hopped in the bathtub to deliver Archie. This is a complete lie. She wasn't allowed an epidural to do so. It's not possible to have an epidural in water. Experts said it's not safe for women who are labouring in water to receive pain medication. Importantly, Meghan may not have experienced giving birth, so she doesn't fully understand what the process is like. Meghan also said they wrapped Archie in a towel and handed him to her, but in fact if children were born they were lifted up out of the water and placed straight into their arms within seconds, and the umbilical cord without the baby ever leaving their arms was cut. Everyone knows it's a lie. It's so embarrassing that they didn't even do some basic research on what actually happens. You can't get up and no doctor would ever allow you to go home after 1 or 2 hours. You physically wouldn't want to with the first child, and definitely not at her age. Meghan did not give birth to Archie and his birthday is not May the 6th. The consuming of Mexican food prior to having an epidural for a geriatric water birth, the getting up and going home within the hour while Harry's still high from a full tank of laughing gas. Frankly, claims like that should have the hospital investigated, or at least come out to set the record straight about damaging lies the couple have told. Geriatric pregnancy with a water birth straight after an epidural and then home an hour later. It's just embarrassing how wrong it all sounds, how so many people know that it's not possible, but they don't get questioned on it. Moreover, by the time the royal family announced the arrival of the royal baby, Meghan and Harry were back at Frogmore, their new home in Windsor. The fact that the bulletin officially announced the royal child's birth, which sat on an easel from Buckingham Palace, didn't include the names of the doctors who attended the birth. This also prompted questions, and the Sun's royal correspondent Emily Andrews seemed to suggest that palace aides were unclear in how they addressed the situation.